Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Win or Lose from Pixar and the makers of Inside Out 2. It's a bit of a controversial series. Um, it's got a weird take. Smash a like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 16, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So, various characters and their various foibles are portrayed, and they're all nervous and having nightmares, and they manifest in various wacky ways. You might remember this series as the series that Disney put the kibosh on the trans kid episode. So, I don't know. I guess they got rid of that whole episode, or they changed it, or whatever. And it's like every character is having some sort of crises, and then they have to overcome it. But it all centers around a baseball team of kids. So I'm not sure. This dude is in it, and there's the opening scene is him trying to hit on the barista at a coffee shop, and she's not interested and doesn't quite know how to tell him. But she literally says, "Oh, your soy latte's ready." It's like, at this point, are they trying to get people to point out this stuff? I mean, soy latte, really? Is that even really a thing? A soy latte? I guess. I mean, I guess it's soy milk. So she, turns him down, and then he pictures armor being put on his body. I guess it's representative that he puts up his defenses when she turns him down, but he doesn't seem to get mad about it or anything. And I'm not sure what his position is with the baseball team. I guess he's one of the coaches, one of the parents, maybe. I don't know. But the idea is there's 8 characters, and you're going to get 8 different perspectives on the state championships of this baseball team. And not really, this doesn't really come across. Maybe it's because it's a 3D cartoon rather than people, but it's just not coming across. It's just kind of vaguely awkward. The kids come off a little better. So you have this kid who's nervous about being at bat, but they're in the state championship, so not sure why suddenly the kid is having problems. And then she tries to laugh at this other kid's joke, and then he has an anxiety about not being funny. I don't know who this kid is. I mean, it's like they're trying to do Inside Out, the TV series, but it's it's not coming together for me. I mean, it seemed like they're trying to jam in too much, but I mean, it is Pixar. I'll say that these kinds of stories tend to be better in that they're about people trying to, struggling with their own deal. I'm not sure they're going to resonate with kids because there's so much wacky visuals going on. It's kind of almost a distraction from what the real story is. I'm not really sure what the real story is. But it's on Disney Plus, February 19th, if you want to say it. The animation looks nice, I guess, but it's just, I don't know. There's just too much going on in terms of the visuals for me. It's like I'm overloaded, I mean, I like Pixar. I like Toy Story. But like, man, look at this still here. It's like, the characters are sort of rendered kind of like the Toy Story characters, three-dimensionally, but they're still cartoons and they're still simple. But at the same time, you've got this lighting effect, and such nuance. There's just so much going on in this panel, and there's empty pizza boxes and the pizza box on the floor, and all the characters, I'm sure, are moving very naturally. It's like it's almost just too much. Like, if you had done this with live action actors and then cut to the cartoon for the you know, the revelations or the anxiety or whatever, I think that probably would have worked better. Because, like, even this is supposed to be like a normal shot of the dugout of a baseball team, and it's almost just too rich. It's just got too much going on here in the frame that I'm trying to absorb, visually. So I feel like it's a little overdone, which is weird because you would think with a series like this that Pixar probably had to scramble to re-edit or re-render the episode they cut. They are offering up 8 episodes. So normally there's 10 in a TV show, so I don't think they would have cut just one and, had done, they were doing 9 and then just cut one. They would have done 10. But I can see them doing 8, so I guess maybe they changed the one episode. But I don't know. Would I watch it? I do like Pixar, so I'd probably give it a chance simply because it was Pixar. But just looking at the trailer, it doesn't fill me with joy. Storyline is like, and like, I kind of get what they're doing. They're trying to do like a Rashomon kind of thing where they're doing it from different characters' perspective, but the story's just not that important to me. I don't know these characters. Like, if you did a story, I don't know, about an important historical event from 8 different perspectives, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool. But this, I'm not sure if it's almost not simple enough if you're going to go simple with it, right? But it should be I guess it should be a important life event. But the state championships of a Little League baseball team, yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's too many characters, kind of not important enough, while at the same time, it is iconic, and that's probably in its favor. I would have went with like a life event, like a wedding. Like, that to me would have been the ideal choice for something like this. But that probably was a little too adult for the kid audience they're aiming at this. And like, I don't really get, but at the same time, I don't know if kids would really resonate with this whole symbolic armor thing and the crazy visuals that this just jumps around in, which are, like this character, he's very simple, and yet you see around him the not simple rendering of the human character, and you can see the fabric pattern. So I don't know. I would, if I had to pass on one Pixar thing, it would be this. I'd put this on the bottom. I'd even watch Inside Out 1 and 2 before I watch this. Although not Red. I guess Red would be on the bottom. But, I'm not a kid, so it's not really something I even want to see. Would it be good for kids? Well, I mean, it's Disney, number one. I don't trust Disney anymore. They had to take out the trans kid episode or re-edit it or whatever, so that alone would probably cross it off my list for a kid, because there was already a bunch of woke stuff. Okay, they pulled back on one aspect. What's the rest of this look like? Is Pixar going to be infected by the same sort of wokeness in their projects like Disney? In general, like the MCU and other projects that Disney have been seemingly infected with. I would like to think not. And then I look at this still with the barista with the bright green hair streaks. God, when is that going to become something of the past? At this point, I'm waiting for the moment for, and I was just at a comic book convention today, and you still got kids dyeing their hair outrageous colors, and you'd think, like, hasn't that jumped the shark yet? I guess not. Yeah, this is a no for me, dog. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Jones somewhere in the background. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks to all came out to the WildCon in Wildwood, New Jersey at the Wildwood Convention Center. Next up for me, I'm going to be at the Jackson Library at 7 p.m. on Thursday. So I've been waiting forever to do that event. Hopefully it doesn't snow. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. But I think we'll be done with it by Thursday. Let's hope so. Tomorrow's also the live stream where we do it live. So tune in for that at 7. Hope to see you there. We'll see you tomorrow.